Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a pretty provocative claim, the idea that you can launch a really substantial, highly profitable business. We're talking 7 figures in just 48 hours.
Yeah, I know. It totally sounds like one of those late-night infomercial promises, right?
Yeah.
But the framework we're digging into today comes from Noah Kagan, the founder of AppSumo, who is, one of the most successful serial entrepreneurs out there.
Right. This isn't just theory.
No, not at all. This is the guy who was, Facebook's 30th employee. He worked at Mint. He started 8 separate million-dollar businesses, so, he's got the receipts.
Okay, so let's unpack this for everyone listening. The mission for this deep dive is really to get that foundational mindset and the practical toolkit you need to validate an idea, and fast.
Immediately.
It's designed to be the ultimate shortcut past all that analysis paralysis.
And this is critical. The goal isn't just about the money. It's about giving you a reliable way to stop talking about starting a business and to actually start running these small, profitable experiments.
Right now. It just cuts through all of the excuses.
All of them. The ones that keep people stuck for years.
So let's start there. Why do so many smart, capable people never actually start? We all know them. They've got the idea, they've got the skills, but they just stall.
Yeah, and the source calls these psychological barriers frequently made excuses.
Okay.
And the first one is this paralyzing lie we tell ourselves, I don't have any good ideas.
Yeah.
We're always hunting for that unicorn idea nobody's ever thought of.
Right, the perfect idea.
Exactly. But the source just flips that completely. It says it's not about finding a unique idea. It's about finding a customer solution. Look for problems people are already paying to solve.
And the second big hurdle is the perception of risk. People always say, oh, starting a business is way too risky. But when you actually look at it, the risk isn't in starting. The risk is staying in a job you hate or one that's just limiting your potential.
That's so true. Now, the framework isn't saying, quit your job tomorrow. It says you wait. You wait until you hit your freedom number before you walk away. And that gives you this safe financial floor, which just takes so much of the emotional weight off.
And my personal favorite excuse, I need to read 5 more books. I need to take this one course, then I'll be totally prepared.
Just one more trap.
Yeah. But newsflash, you will never, ever feel 100% ready. Inaction is the real villain here. It just breeds doubt.
So what we're really talking about here, the foundational idea, is what the source calls creator's courage.
Okay.
The research shows there are really 2 genuine psychological blocks. The first is the fear of starting, this idea that it has to be this massive 6-month project.
But then the second.
The fear of asking.
Yeah.
Which is just, the terror of hearing no, of being rejected.
That reframing is so key. The solution then, according to Kagan, is to see your business as just running a series of small experiments.
Experiments are supposed to fail. That's the point.
Right. You look at these legendary companies. Apple started with 2 guys selling computer kits. Airbnb was 2 guys renting out air mattresses.
Tiny, non-scalable experiments first. That's how it works.
So if inaction breeds doubt, what's the first physical step you can take to just cut through it?
It's adopting this core habit. N now W, not how. Successful entrepreneurs, they act first, they get feedback, and they figure out the details later.
Whereas most people overthink every single detail first.
And build a perfect product that nobody actually wants.
So we have a challenge for you right now as you're listening. It's the NIW, not how challenge. Text someone you respect, a successful friend, a former boss, whatever, and just ask them for a business idea they think you would be good at. It takes 2 minutes.
And it creates that first little spark of momentum. It proves you can act.
That speed then lets us focus on the freedom number.
Right. So this is the absolute minimum monthly revenue you need to cover your essential expenses. The example in the source is like $3,000.
$1,000 for housing, $1,000 for food and travel.
And $1,000 for savings and investment. Your number might be different, but you have to know it.
So why is getting that specific small number so effective?
Because it's concrete. It's urgent. And it's attainable. It focuses your mind on something you can actually do, not this overwhelming dream of, becoming a millionaire overnight.
It changes the question from how do I make millions to how do I make $100 a day?
Exactly. Much more manageable.
Okay, so once you have your number, you need to build what the source calls the ask muscle, your ability to face rejection.
Yeah, and there are 2 challenges for that.
The first one is the dollar challenge. You ask someone you know for a symbolic $1 investment in your future business. Now, I have to ask, isn't that just a gimmick? I mean, does a $1 validation really mean anything for a seven-figure idea?
It's absolutely a gimmick, but it's a necessary one. It's not about the money.
Okay.
It's about the exchange. It's that oh crap moment that shows you how simple business can be.
Yeah.
You ask for money and you receive it.
So it's like a psychological hurdle.
It's huge. You cross the chasm from being a dreamer to someone who actually accepts money for an idea.
I see. It's like permission to play. And the second one is the coffee challenge. This one sounds terrifying.
It is, but it's life-changing. You just go to a coffee shop and you ask for 10% off your order.
For no reason.
For no reason. Don't invent some story. The whole point is to feel that discomfort. And if the barista says no, that's a win.
A win.
A huge win. For your ask muscle, you survived. The upside of asking is unlimited, and the downside is what? A few seconds of awkwardness? It's the highest leverage psychological trick there is.
Okay, so with the mindset primed, we move into the 48-hour plan. And this starts with a really crucial shift from a founder-first mentality
to a customer-first approach.
What's the fundamental difference there?
Well, founder-first is when you obsess over the perfect product, the logo, the business plan. You spend 6 months in a cave building an app.
And customer-first
is focusing only on the customer's painful problem, and this is the most important part, their willingness to pay for a solution right now.
We see this fail all the time. Someone wants to build a dog walking app, they spend $5,000 on the code, only to realize people in their neighborhood don't need dog walking, they need dog sitting on weekends.
Exactly. If they'd started customer first, they would have called 3 people, asked for money to walk their dog, gotten rejected, and pivoted to dog sitting that same day. Saved themselves 6 months.
So to find those problems quickly, the source gives us 4 simple idea generators. The key is hunting for a painkiller, not just a vitamin.
Right. Something they need, not just something that's nice to have.
First step, solve your own problems. Jot down things that irritate you, tasks that have been on your to-do list forever.
The MudBDR example is perfect for this.
Yeah.
The founder wasn't trying to invent a new product category. He just hated how coffee made him feel anxious.
He solved his own pain point.
He did. And now it's a massive business.
Okay, second. Bestsellers are your best friends. So you look at what's already a huge success, iPhones, popular games.
And you accessorize them. Or provide a related service. Custom cases, specialized training, that kind of thing. Success leaves clues. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just, build a better tire.
Third, marketplaces. Search Craigslist gigs or Fiverr or even eBay's completed listings.
Yeah, you see what people are actively paying other people to do. It's like a cheat sheet for profitable demand.
And finally, search engine queries. Go to Google or Reddit, especially subreddits like, or somebody make this.
All those highly Googled questions reveal immediate pain points. People are desperate for solutions.
Okay, so now we have a handful of ideas. How do we vet them in minutes instead of weeks?
With the 1-minute business model. First, you check the market size. You've got to focus on tidal wave markets. Big, growing, with momentum.
A quick Google Trends search can tell you if a market is dying, flat, or taking off.
Exactly.
Then you do the $1 million check. This is just simple math. Potential customers times your price point.
Yeah, the source uses beard oil as an example. 2.5 million potential customers times a $50 price point is a $125 million potential market. That's a huge yes.
Whereas the specialized Vietnamese faux broth for $20 to 1,000 local people, that's only 20 grand potential.
A definite no for a large-scale business. Great side hustle, maybe, but not a $1 million idea.
Right. And finally, you calculate your profit, revenue minus cost. Which brings us to the famous sumo jerky pivot story.
This one is so good. It really demonstrates the power of reevaluating on the fly.
So break it down for us. The initial plan was to sell single bags of jerky online. Profit was only $5 a unit.
Right. And to hit a goal of $1,000 in daily profit, Kagan calculated he'd need 200 individual sales in a day.
Which is incredibly hard when you're starting from zero.
Almost impossible. So he pivoted. Without changing the jerky at all, he used the 6 revenue dials.
These are the variables you can adjust.
Right. He changed the average order value and the customer type. Instead of selling single bags to consumers, he started selling a 6-month subscription to businesses for their office snacks.
And what did that do to the math?
It was a game changer. The profit per unit shot up to $30.
Yeah.
So suddenly, to hit his target, he only needed 33 sales, not 200.
Wow.
That pivot turned a doomed venture into a totally viable one.
And that leads us to the ultimate moment of truth. The golden rule of validation.
Find 3 customers in 48 hours who will give you money for your idea.
But let's be really clear about this. Does that giving you a dollar count here?
No, absolutely not. The key phrase is collect money up front.
A promise isn't good enough.
A promise is just a polite rejection. Collecting payment proves they actually intend to buy, and intent is the only thing that matters at this stage.
How do you even have that conversation? The source gives a specific framework. Listen, options, transition. Can you walk us through those 3 steps?
Sure. First, listen. Don't pitch. Ask about their problem. Tell me about the biggest frustration you have with whatever the topic is.
Okay.
Second, options. Gently introduce your solution. If I could help you solve that by doing X, would that be interesting?
And the hard part?
The hard part, transition. You ask for the money. To make sure I deliver exactly what you need, I require $50 up front. How would you like to pay?
And you practice this on your Dream 10 list, ideal prospects you can actually reach today. But what if they all say no? Is your weekend just a failure?
No, rejection is treasure. The source has a 4-question script for this. 1, why not? 2, who is one person you know who would like this? 3, what would make this a no-brainer for you?
And 4,
what would you pay for that? Every no is a data point that gets you closer to what the market actually wants.
So you did it. You launched. You have those first 3 customers. You have revenue. Part 3 is all about shifting from validation to actual growth.
And the priority here is building an audience of 100 true fans. High-value, attentive fans, not just chasing millions of followers who don't care.
That's a huge distinction. The source uses the Bo Jackson charity example. Kagan spent years just giving away valuable content to his email list. So when he finally asked them to donate, the support was massive because he'd built that foundation of trust first.
And where do those true fans turn into customers? Email for profit. I mean, AppSumo makes almost 50% of its $65 million revenue from email alone.
That statistic is a real wake-up call for anyone just focused on, TikTok trends.
For sure. With email, you own the distribution. You are not at the mercy of some algorithm change. Look at what happened to Little Things.
Oh yeah, the digital publisher.
They shut down almost overnight when Facebook changed its algorithm and they lost 75% of their traffic. Social media is for growth. Email is your predictable ATM.
But growth is hard, and most people quit in what they call the dip. We all lose motivation. What's the cure for quitting?
The Law of 100. This comes from a University of Florida study on photography students. One group was told to take 1 perfect photo all semester. Quality.
And the other group
was told to take 100 photos, no matter the quality. Just quantity. The quantity group produced measurably better photos because they were forced to be consistent and to iterate.
So the law of 100 means you commit to 100 reps, 100 videos, 100 pitches before you even judge your success.
Exactly. It forces you to improve and shifts your focus from the results you can't control to the process you can.
To make sure you're focused on the right activities, you use experiment-based marketing.
First, you set one single hyper-focused goal, like 500,000 YouTube subscribers in 1 year.
Then you create a marketing experiment list, so 5 to 7 tactics you test out.
Yeah, because you don't know where your audience is. You have to put fishing lines in a bunch of different ponds at once. You might test your personal network, wholesale, paid ads, all at the same time.
The case study for this is Daniel Bliss, the postal worker who started Belay Shades. That's a great story.
It is. He learned that wholesale to climbing gyms was a huge win. He got a $4,200 order from one.
Meanwhile, his Facebook ads and eBay store
drove 0 sales. Nothing.
So the rule is you find what works and double down, and you have to kill what doesn't.
You have to be ruthless, even if you spent time or money on that losing channel. Just cut it.
But the biggest growth lever of all, according to the source, is just retention and referrals, making those first 100 customers incredibly happy.
Over-deliver. Personally reply to every comment. Give out your personal phone number, like Nick Bear did when he started his supplement business.
Okay, finally, we have to talk about systems. The source says you have 52 chances, 52 weeks a year to design the life you want.
If you don't build systems and routines, the business is just going to swallow your life whole.
The idea is to set yearly goals across 4 categories: work, health, personal, and travel. And then you color code your calendar.
Yeah, so if your goal is more work, but your calendar is full of red for personal time and has no blue for work, you have this immediate visual clash that forces you to fix it.
And critically, never entrepreneur alone. You have to build a support system.
Get an accountability buddy, someone you send a Sunday email to, detailing your wins and losses for the week. That simple routine forces transparency.
It also means targeting preyfluencers. This isn't about chasing famous people, it's about connecting with ambitious people before they get big,
Yeah.
like Tim Ferriss or Ramit Sethi were in the early days.
Yeah, those are the people who will eventually pull you up with them, and you build that network through referrals. Andrew Chen had a goal to meet 5 new people every single day.
So we've come full circle. The core cycle for you to adopt starting this weekend is pretty simple.
It is.
Start quickly, that's N now W, not how. Ask fearlessly, the coffee challenge. Validate brutally, the 48-hour money challenge. And experiment relentlessly, the law of 100.
And here's the final thought to take with you. The ultimate success, the real payoff here, isn't just the profit. It's the freedom that profit buys. The goal isn't to become that stereotypical miserable CEO. The goal is to design a life system that optimizes for your overall happiness. Building your work around your life.
Not being swallowed by it.
Not at all. Just look at Daniel Bliss. He launched his business, and then he used that freedom to go rock climbing in Thailand. You have the tools now. You just have to